Hello everyone. Today's session is going to be about the Expression Orale of the TCF Canada exam. I'm going to actually walk you through an introduction of what all is included in the speaking test of the TCF exam, and we're going to talk about also a little bit of strategies as to how to get better while doing these tasks. So let's get started. Now, the speaking test is a module that lasts for about 12 minutes maximum. The examiner will have a face to face conversation with you, and there are three exercises involved. Let's talk about the first exercise. In the first exercise, what you will have is 2 minutes, and you will not prepare in advance. You have to present yourself. The examiner starts with telling you that, okay, allez-y, présentez-vous, parlez-moi de vous, and you have to talk about yourself for about 2 minutes. An examiner might also, if they want to, put a question or two, but in 2 minutes, it's not really very frequent. In the second exercise, this is an exercise with preparation time of 2 minutes, and you actually are supposed to do a dialogue which could be formal, which could be informal, and this dialogue goes on for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's always the candidate who is supposed to start and take the conversation in a particular direction, and the examiner is there just to respond to you, but it is the candidate who speaks more. It could be a formal or an informal situation, which means that you have to decide between tu or vous right in the start of the dialogue. Then this is basically about obtaining information about a certain situation. For example, if you go to a city and you want to obtain information about how the medical facilities here are, so you can just have a conversation with your friend or your neighbor like that, or you could have a conversation with your boss regarding something. So the situation is given and you have to obtain information, you have to ask questions, and you have to have a natural kind of conversation. Let's talk about the third task. In the third task, it's basically about expressing your viewpoint related to a global theme. It could be related to, for example, environment. It could be related to health. It could be related to medicine. It could be related to technology, etc. So multiple global themes that make a part of this one, and usually this one is the most challenging for most candidates, because unfortunately this one has to be without preparation. You have to just read your question or listen to your question that the examiner says, and you have to start. Just take a few seconds to organize the thoughts in your head, and you have to start, and you have to speak for about 4 minutes and 30 seconds continuously, in which you will talk about the advantages, disadvantages, and conclusion, or the cause, consequence, and solution of that particular theme. So you will also add some examples to kind of, justify your stance, and finally come to a conclusion of what you really think. So it's about defending your viewpoint, and in the end, if the examiner wants to, they might ask you a question or two to just facilitate a bit more of conversation to evaluate you better. So this is how basically your speaking test, the three exercises, are conducted. Now let's look at how the test is evaluated. So one thing you need to know here is that the entire speaking test is recorded from the start till the end, and that is the reason the 12-minute duration of the test is strictly followed. So here, this is evaluated. The first evaluation is done by the examiner who conducted the test for you. And the second evaluation, the recording, is actually sent to France Education Internationale, wherein it is evaluated to make sure that the results provided by the first examiner were actually genuine. Further, you need to know that this test is graded out of 20 points, and further in this video I'm going to show you that comparison of what marks you really need to get to that particular CLB that you are targeting, mostly CLB 7. And then we are going to now talk about what is the description of the levels based on the candidate's speaking abilities for the TCF exam. So for example, if you are at an A1 or at an A2, ideally you would be capable of describing in simple terms, things like place of residence, or people that you know, or people, around you, or living conditions, education, or current and recent professional activities, etc. So those very basic things, which could also be considered as more of tourist French. Then you have B1 and B2. Now at a B2 level, you become more capable of explaining in simple stories and giving brief explanations about a project or an idea, and expressing reactions, etc. But at a B2 level, it gets more elaborated in the sense that you're able to express yourself more clearly in a more organized manner, and it could be related to a wide range of topics. For example, if you had to talk about all of these themes, like I said, technology, health, media, or environment, pollution, etc. So you can talk about all of these things in a more organized manner, in the sense of positives, talking about the negatives, coming to a conclusion, etc. However, a C1 and a C2 candidate would be able to have more close to a native level fluency in terms of also defending their viewpoint related to that theme, and also capable of debating and argumenting, justifying their stance along with supporting it with an example, and using a wide range of vocabulary all over. So that's a distinction between all of these levels. So this is what your exam pattern will look like. Your exam, the first task generally starts with est-ce que vous pouvez me parler de vous, or est-ce que vous pouvez vous présenter, which is like saying, okay, allez-y, go ahead, present yourself, talk to me about yourself. Deuxième tâche, which is, here you have an example. Je suis votre voisin, voisine. Vous venez de vous installer au Canada. Posez-moi des questions sur les transports en commun, horaires, tarifs, type de transport, etc. So this type of a situation you will come across. You have to see always that je is the examiner and vous is always you. So je suis votre voisin ou voisine. The examiner is going to play the role of your neighbor, and you have settled recently in Canada, so you have to ask information about the public transport in the region. And whatever is given in the brackets, you have to absolutely make sure to include all of these questions in your conversation. This conversation has to go on for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and by the end of this, the examiner will then move on to the third task. The third task, par exemple, la priorité de l'école, c'est d'enseigner le programme scolaire. Que pensez-vous de cette affirmation et pourquoi? So this type of a situation wherein you have to express your opinion while giving the positive points, the negative points, and finally coming to a conclusion, also adding examples in between, organizing your whole presentation, your whole expose in a way that is easy to follow for the examiner, is what you have to do. So it could be related to any global theme for that matter. Here are some tips to perform better. So first thing you need to understand is that because this is a speaking test, it also means that you have to be good at listening. A lot of students make a mistake in understanding the fact that, okay, it's a speaking test, I am only supposed to speak. But that's not how it is, especially during the dialogue. If the examiner is saying something, you must be able to respond to particularly what they are saying. So if you just tend to skip and escape what they are saying and just speaking what is coming to your head, it's not going to be a good speaking test. You have to respond to the examiner. Speaking means an exchange of information, an exchange of questions and answers, right? So you have to be able to understand what they are saying, and for that you will have to develop your listening skills as well. So let's see how you can keep all of this on track and how you can improve on this. One thing for you would be to listen to a lot of content, authentic content in French, in terms of documentaries or films or series or music or whichever things interest you the most. You have to identify for yourself. Further, obviously start getting used to watching films or videos without the subtitles. Now, initial phase for listening, because the French accent is so different, the speed and everything, you should make use of subtitles and transcriptions, but eventually it is up to you to get rid of all of that. Don't depend too much on the subtitles and get used to it, because when the examiner is speaking in front of you, they are responding to you, there will be no subtitles. Further, practice understanding an audio passage after just a single listen. So try that you do not have to ask the examiner to repeat over and over again. Even though they are instructed to repeat as many times the student wants to, but then to be able to give a good impression that you're genuinely at a level B2 or a higher level, you must be able to understand what they are saying and not repetitively ask them to repeat. So please listen a lot and understand what they are saying. Try to understand it in the first go itself. Do not depend on the second listening. This will also help you in your listening module, because overall then in the TCF you will only have one play for the audios for the listening as well for each question. Further, you have to imagine possible questions about the audio and try answering them. So if you're listening to an audio, you can just imagine what could be the possible questions that the other person could say and try to answer them in your own spoken. Just speak them out loud and try. Then make an effort to think in French as much as possible instead of your native language. This phase that you're learning French and you're getting prepared for the exam, you must stay in a French state of mind as much as possible. So you should not look at things in your native tongue. You should always look at them in French and speak them out loud in French. So you'll get used to it, right? Mentally describe everything you see in French during your day-to-day activities. This is again an elaboration of the previous point. So mentally plus also verbally out loud, you can try elaborating on things that you see or experience in day-to-day life activities, because that will really help you build confidence in terms of your spoken skills. Further, you have to imagine a conversation between people in a photograph. So for example, you have a photograph in front of you, you can just look at the surroundings behind them, and you can try to imagine what kind of conversation they might be having, what is one person saying and what the other person is responding to them in French, obviously. Train yourself to stop jotting down keywords while listening to an audio, or focus on remembering them instead. So you need to really get used to this, because initial phase, yes, it is good to take down notes and points and keywords and stuff, but eventually, because even in the listening test, the audios are played only once, so you need to stop depending too much on that idea. Your idea should be to try and remember as much information as possible in the whole audio. On the day of the exam, speaking at a slightly slower pace can help you manage any nervousness. Now, please remember that one mistake that students usually do is that they think that we need to speak too fast to be able to get more points. That's not how things work. Examiners understand that you're non-natives and learners of the language, so they are not going to compare you with a native level fluency. They're going to evaluate as to where you are at. So you can take slight pauses, and you can think, and you can speak. You're not supposed to speak too fast to impress the examiner, because that actually runs the risk of making more errors grammatically and pronunciation wise. So please, this is something that I really want you to take care of. Then feel free to come up with any additional exercises that you think would help you with your learning. Since every student is different, you will have a different pattern of identifying what helps you most. So maybe try doing those exercises more often. Now, certain things you should know about the exam. The first one would be that the examiner is going to actually explain you the whole test format before you start. So please make sure you listen to them clearly. Second would be to not hesitate for any question to be repeated if you did not understand it well. Like I mentioned, examiners are instructed to repeat for the student if they are not able to understand it. So you can ask them to repeat, but yes, obviously avoid asking too much times to repeat. So that for that, you will have to build on your listening skills as well. Another thing would be to draw on your own experiences to support your responses or create new ones if needed. Now, that means that you would think about things that have happened in your life, or things that you've experienced in your life, or even sometimes imaginary examples that could help you support the things that you're saying, whether it is your dialogue, whether it is your point of view expression, last part. So you can always support your ideas with examples, whether it is real or imagined. And lastly, please do not worry when the examiner stops you after the allotted time for that particular task is ended, because that's the way they have to conduct it. They have to conduct the entire test in 12 minutes for each candidate. So please do not worry if they interrupt you in between and they tell you to stop and move on to the next task. Voila, here now you have the comparison chart for each NCLC to the marks that you have to obtain. So compréhension de l'écrit means your reading module. Expression écrite is the writing module. Compréhension de l'oral is the listening module, and expression orale is the speaking module. Here you have the levels according to the NCLC, which is also called the CLB, and if you're aiming at a particular CLB, these would be the marks that you would need. For example, if you need 7 CLB, in that case for reading, these are the marks, the range of marks that you would need. This is the range of marks for writing, this for listening, and this for speaking. So if you get upper, then obviously you will receive an upper score for that particular module, or for all the modules. This is how it generally works. So voila, that's it that I wanted to tell you about this whole introduction of the speaking module in the TCF Canada exam. Further, I plan to do more of videos on giving you the detailed insights to each of the tasks, and also provide you examples as to how to attempt. So we are going to do all of that as well in the further videos. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please hit a like and subscribe to my channel. Ok, au revoir. Merci beaucoup.